today's episode is an exciting collaboration with the gorgeous Chrissie Conley. And what we thought we'd do is we'd never spoken in person to each other before, so we're letting you watch us get to know each other as well. So if you'd like to find out the collab and see us chatting, stick around. So, as I mentioned, today you get to see Chrissie Conley and I getting to know each other, finding out about a bit more about each other, because I watch her channel, she watches mine, so there were things we already knew, but lots to get to know. And we talk about which pattern we're going to collab on. And we're going to do this a bit differently from other collaborations we've seen. So today you're going to get to see us chatting through the pattern, working out things like what size, what fabric we might use, what version we might do, and you get to see the two of us really thinking it through. So I know a lot of people who watch me say they love to hear my brain working. Well, this time you get to see me and Chrissie using our brains together at the same time, and just a bit of random chit chat from us too, which I know you love when Christine and I are together. And then so I hope you enjoy this. Do let me know in the comments below if you like this style, and I might try and do more of these. It might be a way for me and Christine to get together.
Hey.
So, hello, Chrissie.
Hi.
For everybody watching, Chrissie and I have never spoken before. We've Instagrammed, but that's it, isn't it? So this collab is like, you can all watch Chrissie and I getting to know each other at the same time.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah. So I found you because somebody messaged me on my YouTube and said, you need to watch Chrissie. You are very similar.
No way. Oh, that is the wonders of the internet. That's why I love it.
And I thought that was such a nice thing. And they were right. You and I think, both quite like organic in what we do. And we sort of go with the idea. And we're happy to sort of break rules and things, aren't we?
Well, that's it. Like, I find it quite hard to stick to anything like how it's supposed to be, especially with sewing patterns. Like, I will skip over stuff. I'll go, no, I don't want to do it that way. I'll do it this way. With what we're planning on doing, I already know in my head that I'm like, right, well, that's going to change. I'm not going to do it like that. That's what I want to do instead. So we'll see how that goes.
Feel to everyone watching what we're going to do.
Yes. Da, 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 da. So you know more about this than me. So this was your recommendation.
Yeah.
So this is what we will be attempting.
So it is the So Love patterns, and it's the Springe jumpsuit, which is an absolute pain if you can type it into Google, because Google thinks you've spelled spring wrong and keeps changing it. So it's a pattern that I've had in my stash for a while, and I kept meaning to do it. And then when you and I were like, let's collab, I thought this is a great one for us because we both have a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
I think I'm only 5'2". How tall are you?
I'm 5'8", so that'll be interesting.
That'll be really interesting. So that we can
oh my god, I didn't realise you were that short.
Someone says that when I went.
You don't look short on camera. It's so funny, isn't it? So do you do petite sizes, or are you kind of on that cusp where it kind of doesn't really go into that?
So when I used to buy like ready to wear clothes, I would buy petite when they made them, and then they stopped making them, didn't they? I remember when like Principles and stuff had petite. M&S is about the only place where you can still buy like a short leg in a trouser. So that's kind of when I was buying trousers, the only place I buy them was M&S, not because I couldn't take them up, but it's the whole proportion, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not, so when I sew patterns, I always have in my head that it's drafted for a taller person.
Yeah. Or isn't it generally like 5'5" they average out for most?
Well, a lot of the ones, because I've been doing a few pattern testings, are 5'6".
Oh my god, I've never had to think of stuff like that. It's really bad. I'm always the opposite of well, I've got a short torso and long legs, so mine is always leg length that's my issue, and then I have to shorten the shoulders. Like, I find
so that would be really interesting how a jumpsuit looks on 6-inch difference in height.
I know, that is mad, because I know for definite, I'll be looking at changing the body, but changing the leg length for definite.
And
nervous about that. I am very nervous about the trouser element of the. I've never ever made a jumpsuit.
Right. I've held off looking at the instruction book too.
Me too. I'm so glad because I was like, oh my God, I feel like I've literally not prepared anything yet. So we could do that together.
Yeah. So I will definitely not be making the play suit version. I can tell you now.
Oh yes. So we've got so you've got version 1 full length trousers, version 2 cropped trousers, version 3 play suit. Nice.
So I probably should make the cropped trousers because they'll be full length on me probably. I'm just thinking if it says what height they've drafted it for. Oh,
I see. Yeah, I know some patterns always put it in there and some don't. So no. So generally it could be maybe 5'5". But
yeah. But quite interestingly, I've seen people make it with a skirt instead of the trousers.
Oh, see, that would be nice. The dreaded bit for me.
I've come to terms with it now. So, right. Well, that's interesting. Looking at the finished bust. The finished bust is big.
Yeah.
Wow. Why is it so big? What? I could well be just making a toile of the top here.
I was just about to say, are you doing a mock-up?
I'm going to have to. With that variation,
I think so.
I think it's going to be a rough and dirty one, though.
Yes, that is going to be a leftover bedsheet job for me.
Yeah.
I definitely with the trousers, because I am worried about being able to sit down.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yes, I think. Oh, is it an opening? What is it? Oh, no, it's like a little opening, I think, isn't it?
I've got a 40 to 50 centimetre invisible zip, one small button and a button loop. So it's got a gap and a zip.
Oh,
interesting. So you can leave it as a gap at the top, but also have a zip all the way.
Okay.
Maybe.
Interesting.
I wonder how far then the zip needs to go all the way down.
Right, I'm having a look then. I'm looking at that stitchy bit then. Right, we've got neck interfacing. Yeah, there's the gallery. Yeah, it could be quite booby this, couldn't it?
Is it like a
where's the zip? Oh, the zip goes into the trousers.
Yeah, like how far down does that go?
Oh yeah.
How low can we go?
So the zip, this is a good picture here on page 18. Look at page 18.
Yeah.
Look, so you've got the opening at the top with the facing, and then the zip starts out over the opening and then goes all the way down past the waistband and significantly down into the trousers. Interesting. So I'm probably, if I went on the body measurements, I'm between a D and an E.
Yeah.
I'd grade out. I'd start at a D at the top and then grade out to an E, like at my waist.
Yeah.
But looking at the finished bust measurements, I'm not sure. I could have to go smaller than that. So I think I'm going to make a toile just of the top bit without the zip or anything. Just D graded out to E and see what happens.
Yeah, yeah. Because I've like one of the projects recently I did. I was umming and ahhing for ages about whether I needed a full bust adjustment, but it wasn't. It was fine in the end, but it did. I needed to, like have smaller on the top because I was quite narrow and small here, but then I don't have a waist, so I had to grade out for the waist as well. So that will be interesting to see.
And this one, luckily, because it's not got a shoulder, it's sort of the shoulder goes into the sleeve. It's like a grown on that. Oh, right. I'm looking at a picture. I think it's so wide because the sleeve is right down at the bust.
That's why it's wide.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get your arms in.
And also it's wide because it's like tucking round, but it's open right down to there, I think.
Yeah. I thought to myself straight away, oh, I'm not going to do the jumpsuit. I'm going to go straight to changing it and do the dress version. But I make too many dresses.
Yeah.
Like it's something that I always just think, oh, I'll do a dress. And I don't want to keep doing that. I need to go into other things. And so doing it as the trousers is going to be, it's going to be more of a challenge. So it's so it's drapey. Okay,
I saw a picture on Insta.
you've got
Someone made it in double gauze.
okay. What are
I'm
you
not going to
going
do that.
for? Have you got in your head what you want to do? Ah,
This one.
ooh. Now that is fancy and bright.
So it's a viscous. I bought it last summer, so it's like a mint green background, and then I think it's supposed to be like flowers in a field.
It's lovely. Oh, those colours are lovely. Do you know, I don't know if I'm going to have anything that's suitable, and that's what I'm worried about. I've got some things out, and my first instinct was something slippy, but I'm worried that there then leaves no room for error though with slippy, and that's what might be quite hard. And I'm also concerned that I'm going to need quite a lot because I'm going to need long leg trouser bits.
Yeah, you are, yeah. Because what's
And
the
that's going to be a lot.
So for full leg length, which you would need,
Yeah,
you're going to need nearly 3 meters.
I was like, staying with the slippy option. I also, oh, this is even worse slippy though. I can't use this. This would be awful. I've got this, which is just a very, I have no idea what it is. When it comes to fabrics, I'm not particularly good at knowing.
You'll learn. You'll learn.
I know that I've got them and they feel nice. And I'm like, that'll do.
Every time you shop, you begin to learn what you're looking at then.
So this, which is super, super slippy.
Oh, see, I wouldn't be wanting to do
I
slippy.
know, but then I thought it would be really, really nice overlaying it with that. A bit thinking, because then I was like, oh, shall I use a cotton? But I don't think it's right because it needs to be drapey.
Look at this from Pound Fabrics.
Oh, wow.
See, that would be lovely to make it in.
Where's that? Sorry?
Legend Textiles.
Legend? No.
Oh, they're good. I got blamed the other day by someone. They watched my spring video and then they had an accident on Legend after. He's got some lovely Spanish viscous on there at the moment.
Have you ever been fabric shopping in London?
A long time ago, yes, but I haven't been for a while because I went to Birmingham in January. So my stash is still recovering from going to the rag market.
Was that good?
Really good. If you like a rummage, then it's perfect. If you're someone that struggles with a rummage, then no.
Okay.
So the rag market, I bought like jerseys for like £1.50 a metre.
Wow.
And that was the outside bit, and literally just dumped it all. Obviously they just get it off the back of a cargo thing or whatever. And then inside there was the stalls who were like there all the time, but even their prices at the most were like £5 a metre.
Nice.
And then we went to Barry's, and Barry's is brilliant. That's got really good variety. That's a really big shop.
Nice.
But then the silk shop as well.
Oh
my goodness. They've got 3 floors, and one floor is all like amazing dresses. If you're making like an evening dress, it's all like sort of silk
and blah,
and damask and all that. But then they've got a whole other floor which is like cotton lawn, jersey, suiting. It's really, really lovely shop, but it's floor to ceiling, beautifully organized, but jammed.
There's too many things to make and not enough time.
Tell me about it. I always have massive cutting out sessions as well, so I'll have like 10 bags for the stuff cut out.
No way, do you?
Yeah.
I mean, and then like, when you're in that mood, I suppose it's there then. I mean, it breaks it up. I suppose that's the hardest thing sometimes, isn't it? Of like, I don't know, I haven't found out what sort of works in my structure of doing stuff. At the minute, I'm trying to give myself the project and start that, finish it, and not try and
work for me.
Yeah.
I do what I call sewing in between. So like before I start, because I work full time, before I start working on it, I might sew for like half an hour, and then I might sew when I finish work for like half an hour. And trying to like do a whole project all the way through. Well, if I've got my overlocker out, I just want to keep overlocking. And then another day I'll get my machine out and focus on all the twiddly bits like at a weekend. So by having my patterns all cut out, it means I can just grab something, stitch up all the sides on a t-shirt or whatever.
Okay.
My other half there, hello. And so I can then like bash out like just stitching all the sleeves on t-shirts or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at a weekend when I've got headspace, then I can do like buttonholes or whatever those bits are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you take on quite ambitious projects, I think. I better go.
Good trick.
Yeah,
and we'll catch up soon.
Bye. I hope you enjoyed our chat. I'm really excited to go away and get on with my toile. It's really interesting, isn't it? That I call it a toile. Chrissy calls it a mock-up. Same thing. I love the fact that they're going to end up very different, but we've got very different modifications to make. I did not know that there was a 6-inch difference in height between Chrissy and I. If you like this style, do let me know in the comments, because this is a way I could do them with Christine so that we're not having to wait to be in person together. What's now going to come up is, as soon as we've both made our toiles, we're going to film together and show each other and talk through our thoughts. And then there'll be a final episode where we reveal them to each other and you can watch us showing each other. So this is completely different from anything I've done before. I hope you like it. Catch you again soon. Bye.